Hey there guys, welcome back to another video here at TopTier Garage. Today I'm going to be going over the Pittsburgh Automotive Deluxe Lens Renewal System. It basically brings your headlights back to new using a bunch of different grits of sandpaper and some polishing compound. And it turns this oxidized headlight, it affects drivability at night, to this crystal clear lens. Basically looks factory. So I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step tutorial on how exactly to do that. Alright guys, so when you first open the kit, you're going to get about 5 sheets of 500 grit sandpaper. And you're also, along with that, you're going to get about 5 sheets of 800 grit sandpaper. The 500 grit is the first step, 800 is the second step. Then your third step is these 3000 grit foam pads. They almost feel flat, they're not aggressive at all. And then you also get, for your polishing compound, a pad, your drill attachment with a Velcro backing, masking tape to go on the outside of your headlights, but if you go low and slow enough, you don't necessarily need this. And then the limiting factor of why you can only do 4 headlights is the polishing compound. It's a pretty small tube and there's not that much in here. But if you'd pick up more polishing compound, this kit could essentially do as many vehicles as you'd want. The 2 things that you need to bring to the table are a variable speed drill, so it can go super slow if needed and speed up. And before you start, make sure you spray the entire headlight down with water each and every time. So I forgot to start my mic, so I actually did 1 step of 500 grit already, but I'll just repeat it from here. So just spray the entire headlight with water. Make sure everything's covered adequately. And then you're gonna put on your 500 grit sandpaper. So let's put in the drill. Now you do not want to go crazy with this thing. Put it on 2, but run it super slow, or you can put it on 1. Doesn't really matter. It's not really stressing the drill that much. But you're gonna want to go in a side-by-side motion. So as you can see, after 1 pass, well, technically my second pass, it still gets this really like brown residue. That is the oxidation coming off your headlights. So each and every time you go over it, you're gonna want to wipe it all off. So it may actually look worse right now due to the fact that it's all scratched up basically, but I'm gonna go over that 3 more times because that takes out all the small scratches. And really, I mean, these headlights are thick, so you can take off a lot. You don't need to worry about going through. And also go slow, because if you go like on 2 max speed, you will actually melt the plastic while you're buffing it, and it'll just be like little mounds of melted plastic up on the headlight, and then you have to get that off again. So you're better to take your time, go slow. So we're gonna do the 3rd treatment now. I'm gonna do a total of 4 due to the fact that this headlight was bad, like pretty much destroyed. It's probably never been cleaned since 2009. So each and every time you do it, you'll notice that the foam that comes off the sandpaper gets lighter and lighter and lighter. You want to go till it's basically looks like it's just frothy water. Starting to come together now. When I first started, I had to peel off a bunch of Plasti Dip because we gave this thing angry eyes. That was a cool thing to do back a few years ago. So this will be the last treatment of 500 grit. All right, so this is after the 4th try. As you can see, it did get lighter again. And then on the very last step, you're gonna wanna feel around for any like gouges or scratches, and you can focus on that one area. But there's no gouges or scratches out of this guy. So now we're gonna move on to the next step, which is an 800 grit sandpaper. Also, when the sandpaper gets wet a few times, the Velcro starts to peel off the backing. That is another limiting factor to it, as your sandpaper eventually gets junk. I mean, that did an excellent job even after going over it 4 separate times. So next, 800. So same exact thing. Wet the entire headlight down. And then got the 800 grit on now. This one's gonna be a little bit more milky, I guess you could say, because of the past headlight that was on here. So you can tell this is a lot less aggressive sandpaper due to the fact that it didn't make it frothy like that. And you can see from the last little bit, it did get clearer. So that means we're polishing out the 500 grit swirls that are in it. I'm gonna do this 3 times. All right. So most of the 500 grit swirls are out, and the headlight is looking nice. Once you pick up the 3000, so actually we're just gonna do that now. It's getting to the point where it looks good enough where the 3000 grit will actually start polishing it out. So the 3000 grit, it's really nice with this pad because it'll actually contour to the shape of the headlight that you're working on. So same exact thing, wet it down, 3000 grit. This is where you're really gonna start to see the polish come out. Getting clearer and clearer by the step. All in all, this process should take you about 30 minutes for the set of headlights and prep time. Super easy, pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just showing you how well this works. You've seen the headlight before, it was awful. And if you truly aren't happy with the polish that it leaves at the end, you can always restart and take some more off and go deeper into the plastics. So I'm gonna call it good enough. That is 2 rounds with the 3000 grit. So now we're gonna put our polishing pad. I did use this for a buffing compound, like a cutting compound on my Big Bear. And the way to apply this compound, squeeze from the bottom and wait till it comes out a little bit. And I just like to do some dabs around on the pad like that. And then just kind of stamp around the headlight. And then this one, you're gonna wanna go really, really slow. All right, so let's see how she looks. Still a little bit cloudy, but she's coming together. By another 2-3 applications of that compound, should be good to go. So now, because this is the third vehicle I'm doing, I am running out of that polishing compound. So that's probably why they put the limit of 2, but I'm sure you could find that polishing compound somewhere online. And now this actually may not work on some of your vehicles due to the fact that it might be oxidized from the inside, or if you have fogging on the inside of your lens. But look at that. Look at that. Probably one more treatment and all that oxidation is gone. You can actually see the headlight assembly again. It's actually amazing what a little bit of elbow grease can do. So we'll be doing the last step here. Hopefully I have enough compound. I'm hoping to do one more vehicle after this too, so. Ooh, that's a little much. All right, so we are gonna call that good. And drum roll, please. Bam. Like a brand new freaking headlight. Clean it off some more. Get all that rubbing compound off. And there you go. That's how you use the system. Turned out way, way better than I thought it would. Everything's crazy clear. So about 30 minutes of elbow grease, get you 2 perfectly clear headlights. So now this isn't something that you basically do once and you're done, but you want to keep up on it. What you want to do is wipe all that stuff, wipe all that polishing compound off. And then you're going to want to put a high quality wax on it that protects against UV light, because that's what the sun with UV light hits this plastic and it actually like fades it and creates that layer of buildup. Also road grime and stuff does it to it. So you're just going to use a high quality wax after, or you can just do it once every 2 years like I did. Yeah, so that's it. That's how you use the Pittsburgh Automotive Deluxe polishing system. Thanks for watching, guys.